Our learning objective 2 is to distinguish between product cost and period cost and give examples of each. So let's talk about that. So product cost versus period cost. Product cost includes all the costs that are involved in acquiring or making a product. So most specifically, it includes direct material, direct labor, and manufacturing overhead. So consistent with the matching principle of the accounting, that product costs are recognized as expense when the products are sold. So it means this can result in a delay of one or more periods between the time in which the costs are incurred and between the time when it appears as an expense on the income statement. So to cut short, if we make a product and we cannot sell it, for example, we make the product in December and we know that in December the accounting cycle ends, but product is remain with us and we manufactured in our last year, but now the January has crossed and we are selling that product that are made last year, so there is a matching conflict here. So product cost is basically all the costs that are involved in acquiring or making a product. So it means product cost affect either balance sheet or either income statement. So if product cost is not incurred, if the product cost cannot be charged to the income statement, then we build it in our balance sheet in the form of inventory, because we expenses on conversion of the raw material into finished good and we couldn't sell it in that accounting year. So in making the income statement and balance sheet, we categorize those expenses as product cost and we record it in our balance sheet. And when we sell it, then that cost will go to income statement. It increase our sales, it increase our cost of goods sold as well. So on the other hand, product cost period cost includes all the selling costs and administrative costs. So here all include all the selling cost and administrative costs. For example, salaries paid to employees or cost incurred to support the orders, for example advertising cost. So administrative salary costs are incurred when they are earned by the employees and not necessarily when they are paid to employees. So it means December salaries should be paid in December, January salaries should be paid in January's. So in that case, we can categorize on the basis of period and product cost that some cost that we have to pay when period is over, and some cost we are delaying the cost if after the period in which they are made, and we categorize those as a product cost. In order to further understand the classification of cost as period or product cost, I have taken exercise 2.3 from your book, page 60. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You can pause the video and you read all the question here. Okay, let's solve it together. So here we need to categorize it as period or product cost. So let's talk about number one. that is depreciation on salesperson's car, since all the costs that belong to selling and admin that are called period costs. The second one is rent on equipment used in factory. That belongs to manufacturing overhead, and manufacturing overhead belongs to product cost. So lubricants used for the machine maintenance, if your answer is product cost, then you are in good shape. Why? Again, because product costs include direct labor, direct material, manufacturing overhead. Okay, number 4 is salaries of personnel who work in finished good warehouse. The warehouse salaries, they are paid monthly basis, and they are not belongs to the product cost or neither manufacturing overhead, so it means that belongs to period cost. Number 5, soap and paper towels used by factory workers at the end of the shift, that belongs to manufacturing overhead. We call this as product cost. 6, factory supervisor salary, also that belongs to manufacturing overhead. We call this as product cost. 7, heat, water and power consumed in the factory, also belong to product cost. 8, materials used for boxing products for shipment to the overseas. Normally these are not boxed, it means that belongs to period cost, if that is not a normal production process, that are only for special kind of like equipment, which means that is packaging or supporting the sales or securing the orders, that belongs to selling part, which is period cost. Advertising cost, no doubt this period cost. Number 10, workers compensation insurance for factory employees, that belongs to manufacturing overhead, which is a part of product cost. Depreciation on chairs and tables in factory lunchroom, also manufacturing overhead, also called product cost. Wages of the receptionist in administrative office, so this is period cost, since all the selling and admin costs belongs to period cost. Number 13, cost of leasing the corporate jet used by the company's executive, that belongs to admin cost, which is period cost. The 14th, that is the cost of renting room at the Florida resort for the annual sales conference, belongs to selling part, which is period cost. And now the cost of packaging the company's products, right? The difference between 8 and 15 is that in 8 units are not normally boxed, but here the cost of packaging of the company's product, which is a part of normal routine, so we call this is product cost. If you still have any question or ambiguity left, please do write us on our Blackboard discussion and also on our WeChat group, which is Managerial Accounting CIP 2020. So here I have include a quick check. So which specify which of the following cost would be considered period rather than a product cost in a manufacturing company. So we have options A, B, C, D, E. Well, let's talk about that. Manufacturing equipment depreciation belongs to manufacturing overhead, which belongs to product cost. Property taxes on corporate headquarters, which belongs to admin. It means that belongs to period cost. Direct material cost, which belongs to product cost. Electrical cost to light the production facility also belongs to product cost. Sales commission belongs to selling cost, which belongs to period cost. So in our quick check, B and E are correct answers.